Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. My name is Fildzah. I'm from 53 Senior High School, and now I will give you my opinion about this house will criminalize individuals and organizations who do not recycle. I'm the affirmative team of this motion. So recycling is the process of collecting and processing materials that would otherwise be thrown away as trash and turning them into new products. Recycling prevents the emissions of many greenhouse gases, which create substantial air and water pollution. Using recovered material generates less solid waste. Recycling helps to reduce the pollution caused by the extraction and processing of virgin materials. As recycling reduces greenhouse gas emissions, which helps to tackle climate change. We can take an example from the impact from a material that is dangerous if it's not recycled. Plastic. Plastic waste become one of the world problems that we're facing right now. This is because plastic waste is one of the main factors for pollution, global warming, climate change, and other environmental issues. In 2019, the CIEL estimated that production of plastic would add 850 million metric tons of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere. Greenhouse gas emissions from plastic are accelerating climate breakdown and threatening our ability to maintain a sustainable climate. Most people do not realize that plastics originate from fossil fuels. In fact, the plastic industry accounts for about 6% of global oil consumption. The major impact of plastics on the environment is that it takes many years for them to decompose. In addition, toxic substances are released into the soil when plastic perish under sunlight, and if plastics are burned, they release a toxic substance into the air, causing ambient air pollution. One of the solutions that we can do to solve this problem is by recycling. Here's why recycling is important. First, it protects ecosystems and wildlife. When we recycle, we reduce disruption to the natural world. When we cut down fewer trees and forests, we are preventing harm to animals. By reducing disruption and damage to the natural world, we help preserve ecosystems and wildlife. Second, it conserves our natural resources. Some of the world's natural resources are in short supply, and when we recycle, we help conserve these natural resources. Third, it saves energy. Making products from recycled materials requires less energy than making from the new raw materials. Fourth, reduces the need to harvest new materials. When we recycle, it reduces our need to harvest raw materials. Our increasing demand for these raw materials also displaces people who live near forests or around river system. When we recycle, we reduce the possibility of damaging someone else's land or community. Fifth, reduces carbon emissions. Recycling takes up less energy, which reduces our carbon footprint and emissions. Reducing our carbon footprint helps minimize methane release waste from landfill sites, which contribute to climate change. Neglecting the recycling system and simply throwing away industrial waste has several environmental consequences. First, it can cause pollution. Pollution affects the environment in several different ways. For example, when specific waste such as styrofoam ends up in a landfill, the harmful chemicals seep into the soil, which can result in the cancerous cells forming in the dirt. Neglecting to recycle plastic water bottles can pollute large bodies of water such as lakes, oceans, and rivers. Overflowing landfills. We all know that landfills are designed as a designated place to deposit waste, but it's not secret that as more of the population continues to neglect recycling, our landfills are going to continuously pile up, creating that unmistakable foul smell we've all encountered and depositing harmful chemicals into the atmosphere. Then, natural habitat destruction. As landfills pile up, the earth can't keep up with the amount of hazardous waste, resulting in the destruction of natural habitats. So if we're recycling, by reusing aluminum, paper, glass, plastics, and other materials, we can save production and energy costs and reduce the negative impacts that the extraction and processing of virgin materials has on the environment. Considering the impact on our environment if we don't recycle products from hazardous materials, there must be regulations of this action to make people aware. However, regulations are only regulations that cannot be realized if there is no firm action and sanctions for violator from people who have obligations. So I agree that this house would criminalize individuals and organizations who do not recycle for the safety of our environment and our future prosperity. Thank you.